Groundwater from aquifers sustains life of every kind in Texas. It is a key resource to every industry in Texas, from farming, ranching, and manufacturing to energy exploration and refining. However, we cannot see this resource until it flows out of the ground in the form of a spring or is pumped out of a well. Aquifers are water-bearing rocks underneath the land surface. A spring flows when an aquifer is filled to the point that the groundwater overflows onto the land surface. Many Texas rivers and streams are spring-fed. Natural springs originally helped support Native American settlements and served as the key junctions along hunting and migration trails. Later, missions and towns developed around these springs and grew into the Texas cities we see today. While surface water from the state's many rivers and reservoirs continues to fulfill some of the state's water needs, groundwater from aquifers still supplies 60% of all water used in Texas. But rising groundwater usage has led to steadily declining supplies. Some springs that sustained early communities have dried up. Big Spring in West Texas has long gone dry, but because of its significance to the town, the illusion of a flowing spring is kept up by piping in surface water.
Groundwater volume is measured in acre-feet. 1 acre-foot of water, about 330,000 gallons, would cover a football field to a depth of 1 foot. This amount of water is sufficient to meet the needs of 2 average-sized families for 1 year. When we look at the numbers, Texas used a total of 8 million acre-feet of groundwater in 2010, more than other sources of water such as surface water from reservoirs and rivers. Groundwater is used not only for drinking water, but also to meet the needs of many commercial enterprises, including agriculture, manufacturing, and energy production. The amount of groundwater that was available in 2010 was 13 million acre-feet. By 2060, the amount of groundwater available is expected to decline to 10 million acre-feet per year. Meanwhile, the Texas population is expected to increase from 25 million to 50 million. With declining supplies and growing demands for water, groundwater availability is a critical concern, both now and in the future.
Texas has 9 major aquifers. A major aquifer covers a large geographic area and can produce large amounts of groundwater. Major aquifers accounted for 84% of available groundwater in 2012. The remaining 16% was contained in 21 minor aquifers. A minor aquifer is an aquifer that can produce only small amounts of water over large areas or large amounts over small areas. Some of these aquifers are the principal source of water for communities in Texas, especially in the arid western part of the state. In San Antonio, nearly all the water comes from an aquifer, and it is a good quality, cost-effective, reliable resource during times of drought.
The Texas Water Development Board works with nearly 100 groundwater conservation districts throughout the state. The agency provides these districts with a wide range of educational and technical resources to develop effective groundwater management plans. As of 2012, all confirmed districts have plans that are approved by the Texas Water Development Board or are in the process of being approved. At the state level, regional water planning groups across Texas have designed groundwater management strategies to meet future demands brought on by population growth. Plans include new ideas for water conservation, development of new water wells, increased withdrawal at current well fields, desalination of brackish groundwater, using surface water to offset groundwater demands, and transferring water between river basins. Module 4 of this video series describes how groundwater is managed at the local, regional, and state levels in Texas. The Texas Water Development Board's Water IQ Know Your Water is a statewide public awareness program that educates Texans about water conservation. Water IQ provides information on water conservation practices, raises awareness about the importance of water conservation, and helps Texans use less water.
With the projected doubling of the state's population over the coming decades and the ever-present threat of drought, Texas is preparing to meet the challenge of supplying water to its citizens. Throughout the state, dedicated water management professionals and community leaders are working together to ensure the availability of quality water, the essential element, past, present, and future, in the development of the great state of Texas.